Hi, I'm going to do a slam poem. This is the first one I've written for quite a while, and I wrote it at 1 a.m. last night. So, I wrote this for my mom, and I wrote this for me, and just out here speaking my truths. So, here we go. My mom instincts tingle, and I strain my ears to listen over the sound of the tower fountain in our bedroom. Is that? Yep. My husky is howling. A quiet howl for my husky. A low-key complaint about being in his kennel when he could be sleeping on the vent by the door on the floor. His favorite spot that blows cold air up and lulls him into peaceful, comfortable sleep. I reach for my phone under my pillow, squint my eyes at the dim light coming from my screen. 1 a.m. But I am flushed too, and my feet are too hot, which I hate. So I wiggle out of bed, and I pull on my PJs and quietly plod downstairs. My husky smile pants at me as he goes straight for his vent on the floor by the door. And I plop myself down on the couch, pillow and blanket already ready, because my husky is just a puppy, and Mom's gotta be prepared. I pull the velvety soft blanket to my chest and stick out my still too hot feet. I can hear my husky deep breathing over on his vent on the floor by the door, and I want to join him in his peaceful sleep, but something makes me start writing this poem. And I'm thinking about me, and I'm thinking about inner me, little me, and I'm thinking about a me who stared out a van window on a fall day and felt empty. I watched the dry leaves drift by, rust and burnt orange and pale yellow, and I feel dread. And I feel shame for feeling dread. And then I feel empty again. But we are almost there, and so I feel the dread. It shivers up my spine and makes me wish I brought a warmer coat. I look at my little brother and my twin sister's faces, and I see the empty in their eyes too. Anxiety in my sister's, something undefinable in my little brother's. And I wonder if he's too young to feel the dread and the shame that comes along with it. We are here, I swallow hard. We take off our shoes at the door. Or maybe we don't. And that's how I know that this story is really 1,000 memories melted into one. Sometimes that happens with memories. They merge into one. Crystallize, like that old jar of honey that you still keep in your cupboard, even though it's all stuck together in one big chunk. As we walk in the automatic doors, my 13-year-old body is filled with hate of this place and its too clean smell, like they pour disinfectant over everything and scrub too hard. And I want to refuse to use the hand sanitizer at the door, but I've always been kind of a pushover, and I see the others using it, so I rub it between my fingers. Sterilize, sterilize, sterilize. And I hate my family for telling me lies, telling me that the woman in that room is my mother. And I hate the street signs on the corners of the long, winding hallways, and the dread is bubbling up in the pit of my stomach, threatening to come up, to get out. And I wish I could get out of this hospital, of this prison, of this nightmare. Wish I could wake up from the fact that my mom has bipolar, and we're living with my auntie, and we're going to have to move away and live with my dad if my mom doesn't get better soon. At this point in writing this, I'm crying softly on the couch. Still clutching the blanket to my chest, but my feet are now tucked in too, and my husky comes and lays down on the couch, right on top of my feet. Good boy. So, I'm already lost, despite the fucking street signs of every corner of the fucking hospital, but we get to her room, and again, I'm filled with that deep, ugly hatred. It floods my body, relentless, torrential. I hate the seafoam green walls. I hate the get well soon cards on the table. Like mental illness is a flu that you can just get well from. But thanks for the cards. I hate the faded pink sweatshirt my mom was wearing because one of my aunties gave it to her to wear in the hospital. And I hate the hospital and the fact that my mom has to have clothes here, that she is living here and we can't live with her. But we can't live with her because she's not really my mom right now. She's a stranger in my mother's body, a shell of the person who raised us, and her voice is all quiet. not the loud, strong voice of my mother. And I miss her anger, a raging, unapologetic wildfire. And I miss her laughter, rich as the thunder that she used in the storms she so loved to watch. And I miss the way she used to make every person she met feel valued and important and strong. No, this woman is not my mother. And she forces a smile through her tears, her eyes a window into the deep blue of her soul. And she hugs us so tight. And I know she's trying so hard to get better for us, to come home to us. But the bipolar monster is gripping her tighter than she can hold on to us, and she whispers, "I'm sorry," in my ear as she hugs me. And I shake my head and swallow the lump in my throat as tears run down my cheeks, but I wipe them quick, because I have to be strong. And my brother chatters away because he is little, and school is good, and soccer is fun. He fills the silence, but not the massive void, not the crater that formed when the meteorite of her diagnosis came crashing down. And I hate that she lives with this crushing pressure, this impossible deadline, and that everyone tells her, just get better, snap out of it, be happy, be grateful, think of your kids. As if she is choosing this. And I hate that she battles these cruel ultimatums, get better or else. Your kids move away. You can never go home. You lose everything. This poor stranger, my mom, a prisoner here in this room, with the seafoam green walls and the antiseptic smell, the stranger who is so quiet but still radiates fierce love for us from every fiber of her being. I can feel her desperation, get better, get better, get better. And I know my dread and shame combined are nothing compared with her guilt. And I can't imagine what that feels like. Can't imagine what she goes through every day. And I feel shame for feeling dread because I didn't want to come visit. Because this is a stranger and I miss my mom. And we are back in the van and I'm watching the dry leaves drift by, rust and burnt orange and pale yellow. And I wonder if we're ever going to be okay. And I cry for little me. And I cry for my brother and sister. And I cry for what my mom went through. I cry for all the people who are still trapped tightly in the grips of the bipolar monster. And I think about what my mom would say about the bipolar monster. And it is clear to me. Fuck her. Thank you.